Alex. I'm excited to have you join us for another Nature Nugget. Today's Nature Nugget is really going to be all about change, but also an opportunity to be creative. And this is inspired by an artist named Andrew Goldsworthy. And one of the things that he does is he finds natural objects and he uses them to create art that are all then influenced by things that change them around. So whether it's wind or the heat, and they change over time, and that's part of how he designs his art. So in order to do this activity, you need to go out and find some natural objects, and they can really truly be anything. It can a lot of what Andrew Goldsworthy does is with just sticks. So go out and find some sticks or some rocks, some decaying twigs. We happen to have a tree in our yard where we've lost a lot of bark, so I have some bark. If you do pick things that are still living, like this dandelion, try and be mindful. Don't pick a whole bunch, and make sure there's others around that you can use as well. So as I was looking for different materials and things I might be able to use to create something that was made out of natural objects and really showing change, I actually realized we had our old Christmas tree wreath was still out in our yard, and I noticed that there was all kinds of different colors of those needles, and so it kind of caught me thinking, what might I be able to do with those different colors? And I haven't totally figured it out yet, but one of the things I'm thinking is maybe I can almost make kind of like a rainbow and show how those colors are changing. So I didn't spend very long on this, but I wanted to share what I was able to come up with, and you can see just kind of going from greener to yellow to brown, and getting just really observing the change that's happening over there, kind of making a rainbow of colors with what's there. So here's one example I did. I found some bark on the ground, and this was a time I did use a few flower leaves, but I made sure there was plenty others there, but I just made a little scene. So I used some bark as the background. I used the flowers here as a lake. I put some trees in from some cool leaves. Some rocks became my clouds, and then a dandelion for the sun. So that's one example of something you might do. So another example, I found a whole bunch of dandelions that were ready to have their seeds blown. So I started by blowing the seeds, and then found this other cool leaf that I was able to break apart in just such a way that I was able to create some weaving out of it. So this is another totally natural objects, just finding a way to make them go together in an interesting way that seemed visually appealing. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I would really encourage you to spend some time with this. When I was doing it, I actually had my two boys who were helping me. When I was starting to think about how am I going to do this and demonstrate, I was like, I don't know, I'm not going to do anything. And then I just went out and I found something and started playing with them, and I was able to come up with those 3 different examples, some with help from Eli and Liam, and some just because I was manipulating them and finding them. So you might be surprised what you're able to figure out and think about. And I'd also really encourage you to Google Andrew Goldsworthy. He does some really cool things that you may very well like. And thanks for joining us for this Nature Nugget. Have a great day.